Can you solve all these Class 3 Maths Chapter 4 long and short questions? 10 mem.
Exactly. 1C numbers makes sense and it is right choice. Plus 10. Well done. 69 is the right choice. Short O. Nice selection. Stop is the correct and valid answer. 9 equal to dash cm. Nicely done. 900 is a solid answer. ms equal dash cm. On track. 10 is the correct answer. Half a meter equal to. Correct response. 50 cm is the most accurate answer. Identify rhythm. Good job. Your answer, June. Jusu works well here. 9 km equal to da. Great job. 7,000 is the accurate answer. 25 cm equal to dasham. Sharp thinking. 250 is the right choice. Which is correct? Right choice. Ditch is the best answer.
Woman equal to sim.
Good thinking. 100 is the right answer. 30 is equal to. Solid response. 3,000 sebemum is a valid choice.
Ave 12 equal to dash sem.
Smart pick. 1200 is the correct choice. Which uses longer? Correct. Faint is the right answer. cm equal to dash is cm. Strong choice. 350 sem is the right answer. Lake short or longer? Excellent choice. Long is the right answer. Time short or long eye? Perfect. Long is the correct choice. 10 meters equal to dash cms. Bravo. 1,000 cmers is the answer. Uncle equal to dash how much?
Smart move. 300 is an accurate answer.
Which is the longest? Well picked. Kilometer is the correct answer. The dash is not sticky. You got it. Your choice tape is right. 10 kilometers equal to meters. Clear logic. Your choice 10, Zolozen, is sound and 100% true. This pen is 8 dash long. Valid point. cm is true. Which word has a short I? You're right. Fin is the correct answer. Check the long vowel word. Excellent. Maine is a brilliant choice. The dash is full of beans. Nice work. You chose can and it is correct.
Identifying the same rhythm.
Well reasoned. Mule. Sioux cube is the correct choice. The dash tree is very tall. Great thinking. Pine is the right choice. Centimeter is more than dash. You chose millimeter, and it is correct. My series is 5 dash in length.
Right again. M is a valid answer.
7 2 men 300 mm and 34 and 23 cm. 323 cm is the answer. 14 cam is equal to dash a meters. Correct. 14,000 is the right answer. 40 meters is equal to dash 7. Correct response. 4,000 is the most accurate answer. My eraser is 12 dash in length. Right again. A mem is a valid answer. Which one is spelled correctly? Nice work. You chose west, and it is correct. I gave a big dash to the cookie. Excellent choice. Bite is the right answer. Which word has a long vowel? Exactly. Hate makes sense, and it is right choice. Convert 665 cm into centimeters. You got it. Your choice 675 fmm is right. What word makes the longer sound? Strong choice. Cake is the right answer. Which word has a long oo sound? Nicely done. Moon is a solid answer. 3 centimeters is equal to dashmum. Well reasoned. 30 is the correct choice. Which words uses the long O sound? Excellent. Open is a brilliant choice. Which word has the long vowel? Ah? Good thinking. Feet is the right answer. The length of cloth is measured in? Perfect. Meters is the correct choice. Length of an ant can be measured in? Well done. Millimeter is the right choice. Which word has the short sound? Great thinking. Hot is the right choice. How many meters are in a kilometer? Valid point. 1000 is... Dash can be used to measure length. Clear logic. Your choice ruler is sound and 100% true.
What unit of measurement is smaller?
Great job. Centimeter is the accurate answer. How many centimeters are in 1 meter? Right choice. 100 is the best answer. The word has a longer sound. Smart move. True is an accurate answer. Find the word with a short sound. Good job. Your answer pin works well here. Which word contains a long sound? You chose sight, and it is correct. Which word has a long gu, as in moon? Nice selection. Tooth is the correct and valid answer. We can measure length with the help of... On track. Scale is the correct answer. Choose the word that has short a sound. Sharp thinking. Cat is the right choice. Select the word with a short sound. Solid response. Bed is a valid choice. Select the word with a short vowel. Smart pick. Cup is the correct choice. The word rice has a dash vowel sound. Well picked. Long is the correct answer. Which 2 numbers will you add to get 80? You're right. 20 and 60 is the correct answer. Which word below is having short E sound? Sharp thinking. Ig is the right choice. Which word contains a short vowel sound? Perfect. Sit is the correct choice. You can measure Ajmer to Jaipur distance. Right choice. Miles is the best answer. Which word makes the long vowel O sound? Valid point. Pole is true. Which spelling word is spelled correctly? Excellent. Pretend is a brilliant choice. How many millimeters are in 1 centimeter? Correct. 10 is the right answer. Identify the word with the long sound.
You chose moon, and it is correct.
The boy wears his dash to go to the park.
Nice work. You chose cap, and it is correct.
Convert meters to centimeters 2m equal to dash cm. Well reasoned. 200 is the correct choice. Which sound contains the letter in red code? Correct response. Long vowel O is the most accurate answer.
Which of these words has a long oo sound?
Strong choice. Cute is the right answer. Select the greatest among of the following. Great thinking. KM is the right choice. Identify the word with a short vowel sound. Nice selection. Rob is the correct and valid answer. The phoneme U in the word moon gives the... Exactly. Long sound makes sense and it is right choice.
Length of your notebook will be measured in.
Good job. Your answer CM works well here. Identify if it is long or short vowel word. You got it. Your choice long vowel is right. What is the vowel sound in the word hope? You're right. Long O is the correct answer. The girl is dash because she lost the game. Right again. Mad is a valid answer. Choose the sentence with a long vowel sound. Well done. The kite is flying is the right choice. Which of the following is a short vowel word? Great job. Cap is the accurate answer. Identify the sentence with a short sound. Well picked. The cat is black is the correct answer. Which of the following has a short TU sound? Excellent choice. Cook is the right answer. Which word has the same vowel sound as spoon? Smart pick. Soon is the correct choice. Choose the word that contains a long sound. Solid response. Grape is a valid choice. Length of a nib of pen will be measured in dash. Good thinking is the right answer. The length of the sari will be measured in dash. Bravo. M is the answer. Does this word have a long E or short E? Breakfast. On track, short E is the correct answer. In which word does the oo sound like in good? Nicely done. Wood is a solid answer. Select the word that contains a short vowel sound. Clear logic. Your choice hop is sound and 100% true. The length of the blackboard will be measured in. Smart move. M is an accurate answer. Which of the following words has a long sound? Great job. Cake is the accurate answer. Choose the word that does not have a long duke sound. Exactly. Good makes sense and it is right choice. Which sentence contains a word with a long vowel O? Well done. The boat sailed is the right choice. Does the word mule have a long or short vowel sound? Strong choice. Long vowel is the right answer. Select the word that does not have a short oo sound. Excellent. Pool is a brilliant choice. Which is the better unit to measure length of a pencil? Key. Bravo! Centimeter is the answer. Which is smaller, centimeters or millimeters? Nice selection. Millimeters is the correct and valid answer. Which of the following words contains a shortu sound? Good thinking. Good is the right answer. Identify the short vowel word from the following options. Well picked. Met is the correct answer. Distance from your school to home will be measured in dash. Good job. Your answer, KM, works well here. Which unit will you choose to calculate some person's height? Correct response. Centimeter is the most accurate answer. I joined two ruler from geometry box. What will the total length? Smart move. 30 cm is an accurate answer. Choose if the word is an example of short O or long O. Wood. Sharp thinking. Short O is the right choice. Which of the following words does not contain a long vowel sound? For. On track bed is the correct answer. Which unit will you use to measure the length of a piece of paper? Right again. cm is a valid answer. What would you use to measure the length of a small piece of paper? You're right. Centimeter is the correct answer. Which word in the sentence has a short sound? The cat ran fast. Perfect. Cat is the correct choice. 2. Which of the following is the non-standard unit to measure length? Well reasoned. Foot span is the correct choice. Which unit will you use to calculate the distance between Delhi to Go? Nice work. You chose kilometers, and it is correct. The distance between your school and your house should be measured in. Solid response. km is a valid choice. What would you use to measure the distance from your house to the school? You got it. Your choice kilometer is right. Choose the word with a short sound in the sentence. The man had a plan. Nicely done. Man is a solid answer. The track of a stadium is only 300 nam. 10 rounds of a stadium track is dash km. Correct. 3 is the right answer. Say the name of the word and choose if the sound of the vowel is long or short. Valid point. Long is true. Which unit will you choose to calculate the distance between your house and a nearby shop? Smart pick. Meters is the correct choice. Which of the following words contains a vowel pair that sounds like it does in moon? Right choice. Room is the best answer. Identify the word with a long sound in the sentence. They made a cake for her birthday. Excellent choice. Made is the right answer. Select the word with a long sound in the following sentence. The rain came down heavily. You chose rain, and it is correct. A boys cover 17,200 by car and 27,300 by bus. What is the total distance covered by him? Great thinking. 44 common 500 mm is the right choice. The length of a rope is ATM 54 cm. If a piece of 35-40 cm's length is cut, what length of the rope is left? Clear logic. Your choice 4514 cm's is sound and 100% true. What is the length of carrot? Right again, 9 cm is a valid answer. Look and choose the correct word Smart pick. Book is the correct choice. The phoneme hu in the word boot is. Excellent choice. Long yes is the right answer. The length of the given eraser will be in. Strong choice. 3 cm is the right answer. When turned, which of these is nearer to the river? Excellent. Bank is a brilliant choice. How many centimeters is the green rectangle? Bravo. 5 cm is the answer. What is the sum of the heights of Leda and Ram? On track, 295 is the correct answer.
True or false? We use a ruler to measure pencils?
Great thinking. True is the right choice. The height of a coconut tree should be measured in. Valid point. M is true. Distance from India to America will be measured in. Nice work. You chose km and it is correct. Choose the best unit to measure the length of a spoon. Well picked. cm is the correct answer. The letters O and are called dash. Nice selection. Vowels is the correct and valid answer. True or false? Most English words have at least one vowel. You chose true, and it is correct. Say the name of each picture. Is the vowel you hear long or short? Sharp thinking. Short is the right choice. Which unit would you use to measure the distance between two cities? Solid response. Kilometers is a valid choice. What is the appropriate unit of measurement for the height of an apple? Or clear logic. Your choice cm is sound and 100% true. Identify and spell picture names that contain the long vowel sounds a u, I, or short u. You got it? Your choice long A is right. Choose the word with long E, sound to fill in the blank. I like to dash early and wake up early. Correct response. Sleep is the most accurate answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Good thinking. Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is the right answer.